Are you serious? Are you serious? Kim Jong-un is gone? What? Well, we don't know where he is, and there's conflicting reports. First of all, he's not been seen in public at all by anybody in 26 days. Now, Kim Jong-un is apparently not in control of North Korea anymore. I don't know if he'll be back in control or what has happened, but it's been a strange few weeks for Kim Jong-un. Are you serious? As the latest reports from North Korea suggest, he's no longer in control of the country at all. First, it turns out he has an addiction to cheese. All right? He eats tons and tons of cheese. He has no self-discipline at all, and so what happens is, when nobody's going to tell you don't do this for fear you get fed to the dogs alive, or you get hogtied and hanging from a ceiling somewhere in one of his many prisons. But it turns out he does have an addiction to cheese, and it's a life-threatening addiction. He got very overweight. He's fractured his own ankles, and he has very high uric acid, so he has severe gout that's affected him. And I saw that in another report. It's not on this one. Now, I have gout myself. And let me just tell you a little bit about gout. Gout is when your uric acid goes bad. Certain foods you eat can affect it. Some people can eat the same thing and never have a uric acid get out of control. But it's known as the king's disease, because back in the day, the kings would just eat anything they wanted. It was not a healthy diet, and sometimes their feet, they would get severe cases of gout, and they called it the king's disease. And the reason it was happening to kings is because they were eating a very unbalanced meal. But you can be eating a balanced meal and still get gout, all right? And there is medication for that. Well, according to the Vice of reporting, Jang Jin-sung is reporting that a former senior North Korean official who worked as part of the previous leader's propaganda machine has said that the organization and its guidance department have stopped taking orders from Kim Jong-un. They answer only to Kim Jong-il and are extremely powerful, and they have effectively taken control of the country, with factions within them arguing over keeping a strict reign over the economy or opening up slightly to get more money through foreign trade. So it looks like Kim Jong-un is spinning out of control. You can't just keep brutalizing, murdering, and executing and doing all these horrific things that he's been doing. You just can't keep doing that to a people, oppressing them, without somebody rising up among the ranks and say, we got to take this guy out of power, especially after he fed his family to the dogs. He had several of his family members executed, including his aunt, his cousins, and his uncle. He stripped him down naked and threw him in a cage of 40 hungry hounds, and they ate him to death. Now, this is the kind of stuff that, so if you're not a family member, you're saying, this guy do this to his own family, what will he do to us if we just look at him cross-eyed? I mean, are you serious? What? Well, folks, I have another report now. Who's in charge? Well, his sister. According to reports, North Korea leader Kim Jong-un's younger sister, her name is Kim Yo-jong. Kim Yo-jong, and it used to be Kim Jong-il, and then we have Kim Jong-un, and now it's Kim Yo-jong. She's taken over the running of the country and is making all of the important decisions in her brother's absence. According to a think tank in Seoul, South Korea, they formed by North Korean defectors. So South Korea pretty well understands what goes on in North Korea because there's been enough defectors to tell them what's happening. And they have enough context. Now, North Korea Intellectual Solidarity reported Wednesday this week that Kim Yo-jong convened a meeting of the Workers' Party officials in early September and secured their support for her to act as the regent while she is actually taking over the country, the day-to-day running of the country. So she has their support while her brother has been in the hospital with broken ankles and severe gout in his feet, and maybe other health problems which we don't know about. So, look, this thing, I've been praying that this guy gets removed, and I don't really want a sister in there because she's just going to try to hold it together. I've been praying that the entire Kim Jong family, the whole bunch, gets out of power. The whole communist machine crumbles, and that people realize, let's take back our nation. They torture Christians. They brutalize them. They brutalize anybody. They make them worship Kim Jong-un. There's no other picture anywhere in anybody's home except Kim Jong-un. They pray to him. They have to. And they tell on each other. Suspicion is really bad. And that happens in communist nations or where there's been a lot of totalitarianism. It creates the suspicion. People are afraid for themselves, so they tell on others. This is just a spirit of wickedness. It's an antichrist spirit. And so, I really hope that Kim Jong-un, I really hope he's gone. I hope he doesn't ever get back in power. The world would be but we need the regime to change. We need some generals in North Korea to rise up and take this nation. They've got the guns. They control the military. But they got to be able to do it together and not turn on each other. So, folks, be praying North Korea could get delivered from this demonic, oppressive regime. It has happened in history. It's happened many times in history that dictators have been overtaken by a populist group of people who want to be free. Be in prayer, okay? And China can't worry too much about it. They got their own problems with Hong Kong, as that is a showdown between the muscle of Beijing and the communist regime and the will of the people of Hong Kong. And this could be a major showdown and a bloodbath before it's done in Hong Kong. I'm telling you. Just listen to me. I'm telling you. Pray for the people there. I'll be back with more current world events. I've got some more to bring to you. This is the Day of Atonement. Many people are fasting and praying today and are seeking God's face and worshiping Him. And in Jerusalem, it is just ended as sunset has come. But it's been a tremendous time for many people. God bless, and I will talk at you later. Are you serious? Kim Jong-un? Gone? Hopefully.